Welcome to tonight's live. How's it going, everyone? Tonight we have another wonderful guest coming to the show with me. Tonight we are having a conversation with Blandine, voice from home. Many of you guys may have heard of her, or many may not. If you haven't, I do encourage you to check her out on TikTok. Very detailed storyteller, and I am just really happy to have her on tonight on Life in Haiti as a guest. We're going to go ahead and bring her on. Thank each and every one of you all for tuning in. If it's your first time, don't forget to like, share, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me see.
I'm on the show? Okay.
I
Hello,
don't
everyone.
see you. I don't see you. There you are. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you really good. I hear you well. Can you guys hear Blandine? I'm going to give a quick biography on Blandine so that you guys can get familiar with who Blandine is. Blandine, voice from home, is an entrepreneur, interviewer, and digital storyteller whose work brings clarity, connection, and cultural depth to Haitian narratives worldwide. She is the creator of Voice from Home, a multimedia series and live interview platform that spotlight Haitian authors, thinkers, and change makers. Through high engagement TikTok live conversation that often draw thousands of viewers, she bridges the diaspora with voices on the ground and creates space for honest, nuanced dialogue. Her approach combines sharp research, compelling storytelling, and a deep commitment to community empowerment. Whether analyzing Haiti's social political landscape or elevating creative leaders, she is focused on building platforms that inform, inspire, and strengthen collective understanding. We are pleased to have you here today. I've given a little bit about you, but can you introduce yourself, Blandine, and thank you for being here with us tonight?
Oh, yeah. Hi. Hi. So I'm used to seeing the audience, so I don't know. It's kind of weird not.
Is it because you're on your phone, you're not seeing the audience?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I'm on my phone.
That's probably why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
my name is Blandine. I'm the creator of Voices from Home, and I'm a property management real estate advisor. And I just got into Haitian social media and Haitian politics earlier this year. And one of the reasons why I got into it was because I was feeling a disconnect between myself and the United States of America. But as soon as I started doing a deep dive into Haitian politics and what's going on in Haiti, I immediately felt connected and decided that I would give this kind of activism my all. So the Voices from Home brand came about because I was very interested in the stories of Haitian men and women on the ground or Haitian men and women in the diaspora. And I just really wanted to hear everyone's stories. So I joined TikTok, and then I started doing TikTok lives, really trying to understand everyone's position, everyone's opinions on how to fix Haiti, how to get Haiti where it's supposed to be. And I realized that I was getting trapped in the same conversations over and over again. So I decided to pivot my platform into actively seeking people to speak to, people who are doing wonderful and impactful things in Haiti or right here in America within the diaspora. And thus came about me interviewing so many people who have incredible journeys that they want to share. So this is one of the reasons why I'm also speaking to Marie today. It's because I'm actively seeking these change makers. Because if you analyze the Haitian political sphere or the Haitian media, you would think there are people who aren't doing great things. You would think that there are people who, are not active and present within the Haitian I want to say world that are doing great things, but there are. And I'm actively seeking these people out and making sure that we are platforming them. It's easy for us to look at Haiti and only think of corruption and only think of gangs and only think of bad politics. And I just wanted to show that that's not what Haiti is all about. While the politics of Haiti is a major component of the instability of Haiti, but and it can't be ignored. But I also want to make sure that my platform is equally yoked and we're speaking to incredible change makers like Marie.
Well, I thank you for creating your platform, and it was a pleasure when I stumbled up on your platform. May I ask you, are you Haitian?
Yes, born. I was born in Haiti, and I came to the United States when I was 7 years old.
7 years old. Wow. I have a few questions for you tonight, and I'm sure others may have a few questions for you too as we get into the show. But my number one question for you today is, what inspired you to create Voices from Home? I think you're answering some of them, but
Yeah, no, I'm happy to revisit. So,
yeah.
like, Voices from Home came about from me actually enjoying the idea and concepts of hearing people talk about their experiences. And since I wanted to feel more connected to Haiti and basically find my way back to a country that I have not visited since I left, when I got here at 7, um, the best way to do that for me at the moment is to hear the stories of people back home and as well as people in a diaspora who's also trying to reconnect with Haiti. So Voices from Home is here to platform anyone who wants to share their journey and how it relates to Haiti.
Did you always know you wanted to be a storyteller and an interviewer?
No, not at all. What I know is that one of my skills is relationship building and bridging gaps, and it's very useful within my professional field. So I'm just applying what I'm naturally good at into something that I consider a hobby, but I'm also extremely passionate about. So yeah, just building relationships and actually building a bond and hearing from people is just something that I'm good at. And I feel at home doing it. So it's easy for me. So I didn't know I always wanted to do it. I just know that it's naturally in me. And I'm just applying it to a different field.
Well, what is it that you do in your everyday life professionally?
I'm in real estate property management.
Oh, wow. What gap did you see in Haitian media that pushed you to build your platform?
Cool. So the gap that I see in Haitian media is it's vast. I will tell you that. So before I even research Haitian media, what I was doing was researching Haitian politics and realizing that there was an immense monopoly on everything. So in my research on who owns and monopolizes every single sector in Haiti, I ended up finding out that Haitian media is monopolized and it's owned by the private sector. And I believe that there's only one or two outlets that aren't owned by the private sector, but because they're based in Haiti, you can barely trust them. So because I saw that a lot of journalists are saying that they don't have the free speech that they would love to have when it comes to Haitian media. And I realized, oh, okay, well, I can go ahead and fill this gap and give the information as it is
Mhm.
and not be overly opinionated about the topic. So I also see that Haitian media tends to be extremely animated when they're delivering a story, and they tend to say things that I want to say, comment dire, y a ajouté sauce là-dedans. And
Mhm.
because I grew up here in the United States and
Like,
I consume American media,
yes.
there's no over exaggeration in the news that I get. So I just get the news and I move on with my day. So I
Mhm.
do think that it's a great way of delivering news. And I'm someone who I like, if the news is overly animated, I turn it off. And I feel like if I am this way, then other people are this way too. So I'm just trying to like, follow a structure that I believe in, which is
Awesome.
unanimated. Let's get straight to the message and see what we can, deduce and analyze and what conversation can be placed here. Now, I do realize that since I am new to Haitian politics and Haitian media, there are some things that I do get wrong. But my goal is always to correct myself and then keep it going.
Are you here?
I am here.
Oh, okay, okay. You went out for a little bit on my end. Your TikTok draws thousands. How do you prepare for such deep conversations? Because you have all sorts of different people on your platform. How do you
Um,
prepare?
so if you're naturally a people person, then you're going to want to hear people's stories. And the way I prepare is one, I have a short, brief bio that you give to me, or I have a conversation with you, and we get to know you. I get to know you. And based off of if it's a 5 minute, 3 minute, 10 minute call, it really doesn't matter because I am in the field where I speak to a lot of people. I'm able to construct a whole bunch of questions catered to that person's background. Now, I can have anywhere from 10 to 15 to up to 25 prepared questions, but as someone is speaking, and they're explaining to you something and they're explaining to you their journey, naturally things are interesting or you pick up on something and you want to have them elaborate on that, and it's just a natural skill. So if you're interested in interviewing people and you're interested in making an impact and getting to know their stories, it's the best thing that you need to do is one, research, and then the second, you need to be actively listening so you can make sure the person understands that, hey, I'm listening to you and this moment here is all about you, and whatever impact that you plan on making here is really up to you and how you tell your story.
Wow. Let's go into the audience. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Someone asked, Haitian Explorer asks, have you ever been back? Have you been back since you came at 7? Have you been back
No,
to Haiti?
I have not been back.
Would you
One of
like?
the reasons why I haven't been back is I don't have the same nostalgic attachment that that some people have. Like, it's one of the questions that I asked you, like, is the reason why you were disconnected from Haiti when you immediately got back was because your parents talked bad about it? Well, my parents specifically talked bad about Haiti, so I never had an interest in going back or visiting a country that, even my parents don't like it, so what am I going over there for, right? So I never really had a desire to be Haitian, be involved in Haitian affairs. until I want to say this year. I'm not sure if it was like a midlife crisis. I don't feel American, right? I always feel a little bit out of place. I don't fit in. And I also didn't feel Haitian, but I knew that I was. So I just was like, you know what? Let me see what's going on.
Mhm.
And it's enough to start convincing me to want to go back, because it's a beautiful culture and they're incredibly kind people, and I think they're just misunderstood because of what's happening. And I do plan on going back at some point.
I was going to say, with all that you've learned through focusing more on Haiti, do you think that, have you ever had the urge to say, I have to visit at least one time?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm figuring out my travel plans for next year to see if there is room for me to go to Haiti. I don't know anyone in Haiti. I will tell you this now. I
You
know
do know
you.
someone in Haiti, right? You
I
know
know
me.
you. Like,
Yes.
so like that's pretty much it. So I have
Mhm.
to figure out what my travel plans are to see what flights are, because I think they just started doing flights to Okay or Okap or something like
South,
that.
south of Haiti.
Okay. So we'll figure it out.
The South is beautiful. You would like it. I promise you would. Dolly Claire says, "How do we get our people to know about the real Haitian flag?" I'm guess I'm
Well,
guessing
I'm
the black
asking now.
and
I'm gonna
red
ask, what
versus.
is the real Haitian flag? Because the Haitian flag has been reimagined several times. So which edition are you speaking about?
Yeah. Well, you're right. I guess some people say our flag color is red and black, and stand against the red, white, and blue. So I'm guessing that is what Dolly is talking about.
Hmm. Okay, I mean, that's one point of it. But if we revisit the history of Haiti, and if we want to go back all the way to the beginning after the war with Jacques Dessalines, so the Haitian flag was birthed out of the Revolutionary War. And when the war was won, Jean Jacques Dessalines ripped the French tricolor flag, and then he stitched together the red and blue. And the red signifying the mulatto biracial people, and the blue being significant to the black people on the island. And I actually prefer that message. Now, I'm not sure when the flag became black and red, but I can understand if that is the preferred flag of some people. But I really, really, really enjoy the Dessalines um, flag, because it's to me it's extremely symbolic.
Yes, that's very true. Um, Hendrik says, as Haitian, we must pray and fast. The ancestors is not G on my side to help us, only Jesus. In prayer, God told me Haiti will rise again. Believe and have faith. Thank you, Hendrix. Which is black and red with the emblem of Solomon. 60 verses. Please, please, let's talk. Okay, hold on.
Um, is that the 18? Is that the 1860 flag?
I am not sure myself. I'd be lying if I told you I was sure. I'm talking about the original 1804. The original 1804, and this is the reason why I left and why. I don't know. What I will do, guys, is if anyone would like to come in and share their thoughts or ask Blandine a question respectfully, I'm going to share the link that you guys can stop by and ask Blandine the question, okay? I will still get some questions. Let's show some support, guys, to this live. Don't forget to like, share, and definitely subscribe. And you can find Blandine on TikTok. It is spelled just as I have it on the title, Blandine, and you will get to know even more about her. You've done a lot of interviews. Out of all the interviews you've done, which one have impacted you the most and why?
Mm, okay. So most recently, yours was definitely it was definitely a game changer. I will say that because I was incredibly touched by your genuine answers before we did the live walkthrough of your school. I just felt it was so incredibly genuine and I kind of wanted to cry. And a lot of the viewers afterwards, they wrote me and they said, "Oh my God, we must do something." And I want to say yours is definitely right up there. And then the interview that I did with Jean Bertin was really good, really impactful, because he is a career politician and he was able to compose himself and have an interview and really deliver knowledge that the younger generation needs to pay attention to and have incredible caution with. And I don't know if you know his story where his wife was assassinated by the Haitian government. It was the Aristide government. And he said, in that moment, I could have been something worse. I could have chosen the wrong path, but I realized that I didn't have to go that path and I stayed true to who I am. And I never retaliated or got into dirty politics. I stayed fighting for the country and it really touched my heart. And I really, 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 really did enjoy speaking to Mr. Bertin. And then I want to say, oh God, there was someone that I spoke to who, there's so many people. I'm so sorry. But there's so many people. But I just want to, let's cap it right there. Yours, definitely, because I nearly cried. And then Mr. Jaberte.
Wow. What kind of work did Mr. Jean Bertin do in Haiti?
So he was a mayor in Haiti. Magista, I think that's the word.
Okay.
And he was also a helicopter pilot. His wife was a attorney. And Mr. Bertin also is the father of Sawadij. She is the former Miss USA. I'm sorry, Miss Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so he's done a lot.
Wow. What misconception about Haiti do you try to correct through your work?
Oh, one of them is definitely going to be that Haitians are inherently violent or Haitians are ungovernable. So through my research and through media, whoever controls media controls your identity. And again, because Haitian media is privatized, and we are actively fighting American media who is choosing to portray us as ungovernable or as savages. And that is something that I definitely am going to continue to push back on because we have to understand the nature of Haiti's politics and how incredibly unfair and unbalanced that it is. And that most of the reason why, and I'm not going to say all of the reason why, because some people are questionable people, whether the politics was here, whether the politics is good or bad. But most of the reason why Haiti is in the state that it is, it's because of corrupt governments and bad governance and I want arguably unqualified people holding positions that they should not be holding and selling the country for pieces, thus resulting in the chaos and corruption that we see today. So when you have people who are not fit to lead in positions that they should not be, then you're essentially leading the country in a direction that obviously is going to be mismanaged. So I want to continue to push back on the idea that Haitians are able to govern and they're ungovernable, because it's absolutely not true. It's removing a system that has been in place for the past 40 plus years that's causing the chaos that we're seeing, that's causing the bad governance that we're seeing. And once that system is eradicated, then I believe that Haitians will be able to start over and govern themselves accordingly. And I also want to make it a point that Haitians and Haiti cannot operate in a capitalist system, because Haiti is not designed for capitalism. Caribbean nations are not designed for capitalism. So it's also fighting capitalism as well, like removing that structure. It just doesn't work.
Wow. In your opinion, what is missing in how Haiti's story is told today?
Media, fair media, the
Wow.
fair, independent media, like, absolutely dominating it in the proper way. And I feel like if Haitians are given the opportunity to be, I want to say, balanced
Mm-hmm.
in the media, as far as media, then I feel like the image would be a little bit different. Most of Haitian media is focused on dirty politics. So anytime somebody thinks of Haiti, we think of dirty politics. So if we could get more people pushing out positive media, then we can reshape the way that people think about Haiti.
Very true. Have you checked out any of some of the young YouTubers in Haiti that's working hard to change the narrative about Haiti? Did you
I
have
actually
any of
don't know any of them. I would love to be connected. The only people so far that I follow are typically on TikTok, because I don't do this full time, and I this is something that I do in my spare time. But as people connect me to other people, I'm always happy to do a deep dive and get to know them more. Marie, Marie, I think Marie is a little frozen. Marie, am I frozen or is Marie frozen? Okay. I don't know if you're speaking, but I think the live is frozen. Marie. Okay, so I'm not sure what's happening here.
Guys, please excuse me. You guys know how the internet is here, and my internet is not so good, so please excuse me. I'm going to get Blandine back. You guys come on back. Please share. We have to get Miss Marie Starling. Honestly, guys, I have Starlink here, but I just feel like Starlink is like out of my budget too, paying it monthly. You guys, that's why I ask that you continue to share the lives and share this show so that it will continue to grow. Because in order to be able to pay for Starlink on a monthly basis, guys, you have to have a pretty stable income. And you know, as a YouTuber, your income is not stable. It fluctuates. So, but I have the equipment, is the service that I don't have. Here I am. We're back, guys.
Okay.
Welcome back. Please excuse my internet. I hope it will not do this again. I'm not sure where we were. Do you
I don't
remember
remember
the
either.
question where we were? Please excuse me, Blandine. Please excuse
I
me.
think it was the gap that I saw in Haitian media, and I was just pointing out that we need to have more people pushing out a positive message and basically trying to remove the negative political image that we have out there.
Very true. How can digital platforms help rebuild Haiti's narrative worldwide? Do you think that platform like yours is helping people to get a different outlook on Haiti?
I think so. I think the responsibility would more so lie on whoever's hosting that platform. So they would have to understand or choose to, if they choose to, because you can't give people jobs or responsibilities that they did not sign up. But if more digital platforms decided that they wanted to drown out the negativity and only focus on conversations that are pushing the narrative in a positive direction, then I think that would be the best way to do so. But in order to do so, other Haitians have to be more collaborative and willing to share the space and share the journey in getting Haiti into a more positive environment as far as the digital world is concerned. And with that, then hopefully we'll try to get Haiti into a better place physically as well. Are you here, Marie? Okay, so I guess I'll come back when that works.
I'm here, guys. We got to get back our guest again. Please excuse me, guys. I am not sure what is happening. Let's see. I'll try again. I guess that is one downside about living in Haiti. The connection here is not so good, but Starlink is a lot better, though, guys, and it does give better service. Let's try this again, guys. Let's try it again. Welcome back again. This is a part of living in Haiti that you really don't like, especially being a YouTuber. But yeah, how can digital platforms help rebuild Haiti's narrative worldwide? Platforms such as yours.
Yeah. So my previous answer was that the answer would have to lie with the people hosting the platforms. So if they wanted to have that responsibility, because again, we can't force people to do things that they don't want to do, then I think one of the responsibilities or opportunities that they would have to embrace is working with other creators to push the Haitian narrative in a more positive field. So that would be one of the best ways to do it. So, yeah, just making sure that people are actively collaborating and working hand in hand to do something different other than using their online platforms to discuss negative political discourse that's happening online, and more so use it as a way to shed a light on other causes that are equally as important as Haiti's politics.
Do you think that a lot of people don't because when you are showing something positive out of Haiti, you don't get the views. Your channel doesn't seem to be promoted. So a lot of people will stick to the negative side because it gets them rich quicker on social media.
I don't know if it's about getting rich on social media, because social media views and likes, they don't translate into money. It
That's
mostly translates into fame. And I
true.
think people are obsessed with the idea of notoriety and being famous for something. And we can't blame them for wanting that. Like, I will never blame someone for, or negatively point someone out for what they
Mhm.
desire. But I think people naturally gravitate to shock value news. Look at this starving baby, or look at this bad thing this person did, because that's how people are bioengineered. It
Mhm.
takes a certain kind of person to be extremely grounded and comfortable in pushing a different narrative or discussing a different narrative. And this is what separates myself from other people who are looking to push out shock value content, because I like to balance it. I like to recognize that both are equally important if we are raising awareness, but I'm not going to put down what I'm doing to just stick to shock value media or news, because I think it's important to keep embracing positivity until it gets the same amount of respect on my platform. So I'll never stop, but I don't know for other people, but I'll never stop giving everything equal value.
That's just how I feel. I will
Mhm.
never stop pushing like the positive content or what I believe in. I just feel like the audience is gonna come, but it's
Yeah.
the content at the end that will sustain you in the long run. What do you believe the diaspora misunderstand about life in Haiti?
Oh, I don't think I'm the best person to answer that because
Yes,
I don't live in Haiti.
that's true. Well, what is some beliefs that you had about Haiti before doing more research on Haiti that you found out was so untrue and far from what you believed?
Haitians are evil. They're evil, they're mean, and they'll eat you. So that's what I grew up hearing. That's not my experience so far. In the beginning I did encounter some, questionable characters who would say some things to me, but it's no different than if I was focusing on American politics. You have mean people on either side of life, right? But the idea that Haitians are inherently bad or evil, that's the what I was raised with. It's absolutely not true. I find them to be extremely kind and extremely welcoming. I am so incredibly proud of my audience and the people that I've connected with, and I feel warm. And yeah, I'm excited with the connections that I have made. So I don't believe that someone is going to unalive me because I'm doing this kind of work.
True. How can those living abroad better support those living on the ground here in Haiti? Have you thought about that? Or should I ask, are you one to believe that people on the ground have burned bridges with the diaspora? And why do you think that?
Um, One way that I think the diaspora can help is literally by doing what I am doing now, which is being being and having a willingness to connect with people back home and realizing that the separation that we have with the people back home is a sort of disappointing engineered chaos. And in order for you to help your country or want your country and your nation to succeed, you have to be willing to connect with the people who are actively living lives that you could have been living if the roles were reversed, because everything happens by happenstance and by circumstance and by chance. So had the happenstance, circumstance, and chance been different, that could have been you in that position. And while I'm not asking anyone to dedicate major portions of their lives, I do ask them to, hey, try speaking to people back home and actually see what life is like for them and see where we can bridge and help each other out.
Awesome. Speaking of bridge and help each other out, I have not asked you about Mashe. I would like for you to share with the Life in Haiti audience about Mashe. Let me give a shout out to my sister Namaste. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat, my sister. Thank you. And I hope that you're having a wonderful time wherever you're at. It's been a while. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Thank you. Yes, you may continue.
So, Mache is an organization that I recently became part of. While I'm not the founder of Mache, I think they are better suited to talk about their
Oh,
organization.
okay.
But
Okay.
what I will say is that Angie, I was connected to Mache by yeah, Angie. Angie reached out and she wanted me to hear more about the organization. And Angie is a young woman who decided to leave life in America and go back to Haiti and rebuild and actually build a community back there. And her goal was to get land and, like yourself, build a school
Yeah.
and build a wellness center and you do incredible things. And that's obviously something that I can get behind with.
Mm-hmm.
And they've also recently partnered with an organization to help the hurricane victims. So this is all fantastic things. And naturally, when she asked, and when Angie asked me to become like the ambassador for Mache, I was like, absolutely, whatever I can do to with my platform to push this organization forward, I will do so. And then naturally connecting them with people that align with them is also something that I see, hey, if I can do it, I'll do it. And I
Awesome.
do um hope you guys are willing to download their app. It's called the Mache Connect app. Think of it like a Haitian Reddit where you can come in, make a post, and basically remain connected on the app. It's Mache Connect. You can get it at the Play Store, the Apple Store, and it's fully functional. There's updates about what's going on within the organization, how far they are in achieving their goals. Again, like you can use it. It's fully functional. It's like a Haitian Reddit. You come, you make a post, and then we post and comment on it. So it's Haitian social media. Guys, get behind it. And within Mache as well, they're building an education hub, and that's what one of the reasons why I wanted to partner with you. It's where they're going to be hosting these virtual classrooms in which people can come and connect with students on the ground, and we can like teach a virtual course to Haitian students who want to learn something, especially if that school is needing volunteer teachers and they're needing someone to basically connect and bridge the relationship between the diaspora and Haitians on the ground.
Definitely. I do look forward to us working together. I'm more on teacher training. You know, our teachers are great, but virtually, I do think that one of the number one things that we need at the center is teacher training. What conversation, Blandine, do you think we're not having enough as a people, as Haitian people? I was on a live on TikTok recently. You know, people on social media, they say the darnest things anyway, but this guy had never heard of Haiti. And I'm like, how have you been alive and never heard of Haiti? He had never heard of Haiti. I was like, okay. So, what conversations do you think we're not having enough of as a people?
I think Haitians talk about everything. So I don't think there is conversations that we're not having enough of. I think what we're not doing is acting enough. So I think Haitians, be it in the diaspora or Haitians back home, they enjoy the idea of concepts and the idea of debate, but not the idea of doing the work to bring that concept to life.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Haitians talk about everything. I think we talk about every single topic. We flip it every which way, but we're not taking actionable steps to achieve something beyond the conversation.
Why do you think that? Are we afraid of each other? Like, I remember when I was
Yeah,
reaching out, because like you, I've decided I want to do interviews. And I think that is one of my strengths is just listening and just, speaking to someone. And there's a lot of people that are doing good things, and then there's people that's not doing such good things, but they're still worth speaking to. What I find is that I can reach out to an American YouTuber, and instantly they will reach back out.
right, right.
I mean, YouTubers with a ton of followers would reach out. Hey, what's up, Marie? How's it going? Thank you for reaching out and be happy about it. I was so
Right.
surprised. You replied to me and you replied it so kind, right? And other people, when you try to reach those who are outside of your community, it is not the same thing. Do you think that's what it is? There's something. within our community. It's I don't know if it's the spirit of superiority, I don't know what is that about, but we just within our community, it seems so difficult for us to get along and collab with each other without comparing ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know, why do you think that? Why?
Um, Me personally, I think it's more so how you're raised and the message that is drilled inside of your heart and in your head growing up by either your parents or by the people you are close to. So, prime example being myself, me growing up, hearing that Haitians aren't the best people to deal with and they're not good, so I stayed away. So I became incredibly standoffish with Haitians. But when I did this mental shift and decide to immerse myself within the culture, I realized that that wasn't the case. So I think what's happening here is maybe there are more people like me than I think who have received the same message. So they go throughout life thinking, hey, let's not work with other Haitian people to further the goal. Now, with me as well, growing up here and being in a field that requires me to actively reach out to people. So this, again, reaching out to people is natural to me. And I don't know how many Haitian people enjoy networking and reaching out to others. So it's natural to me. So I can see what you're talking about because I am someone who will DM people and say, hey, would you like to collaborate? Would you like to do an interview? And sometimes I'll hear from them and sometimes I won't hear from them. But the people that I collab with are mostly Haitian Americans who grew up here and they don't have the standoffish personalities. Versus when I reach out to someone in Haiti who is Haitian and they won't reach out to me right away. I think it's just like a difference in culture, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. And I think one of the reasons why you reached out is again, you kind of like grew up here. So you understand that um a conversation opens doors and
Yes.
you never know where the next conversation is going to lead you. And I
Mhm.
think that's probably why we are balanced in the way that we're balanced
Mhm.
versus let's say if you grew up in Haiti completely and you have the entire Haitian mentality where I'm supposed to like grovel and beg and say all of these pleasantries to you before you can finally have a conversation with me. So either way, I don't know why they do the things that they do, but what I will say is that if you remain consistent, and as you have proven to remain consistent in your journey, then the people who are supposed to be in your life will naturally be in your life. So I never take it personally when someone says, no, I don't want to speak to you, or no, thank you, or they don't answer at all, because I will message 1,000 people. And if
Mhm.
I only get two answers back, then these are the two that were supposed to impact my journey. So, and that's just how I believe it. And if you remain consistent and you know what's for you, there's nothing that's going to stop you from elevating yourself and reaching the goals that you've set for yourself. My goal is to reshape the image of Haiti and show that Haitians are people who can hold intellectual conversations, who don't get overly emotional, who are willing to bridge and work together and partner and do incredible things. So that's my goal. So I can't take a no personally. I can't say, well, so and so said no to me and go on social media and turn it into a personal challenge, because that's not what life is. Life is not about that. It's
True.
about finding the next opportunity and moving forward with that.
True.
So when you reached out, listen, I was excited. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Awesome.
it.
And that's just how I think about it. Even with this platform, at times people are like, "Well, Marie, your platform should be this and that," and I'm like, "No, because the people who are here, they're supposed to be here, and everyone who's supposed to come, they're gonna come in due time. Just keep, as Mr. Joe Stallion would say, build it, and they will come. Just continue to do the work, and the right people will come. They will fall in place. Someone asked, "Do you speak Creole?"
Yeah, I do. It takes time for me to transition into Creole. So if you were speaking to me in Creole, I would naturally be speaking Creole, but I'm never the one who's able to initiate the Creole.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Muy bien, merci un peu. And ew.
Muy bien, muy bien. Pella says the people who grew up in Haiti do have a tendency to judge a book by its cover and even assume the worst about people they encounter.
Yes, yes, I fully agree with that. But I think to add to that would be, people in Haiti not only judge a book by its cover, but they want to make sure that that cover is well polished and the most expensive cover before they start giving you value. Versus me, I'm like, I value every single book cover, and I want to hear about it all, which is why, like, I treat all of my guests the same. Whether
Yeah,
it's Life with Marie or some huge politician, I'm going to ask you questions that make you feel like, hey, I'm actually here to interview you. I'm not
yeah,
going to lowball you. I'm not going to give you softball questions and make it look like you're not important. You're important because you're a person. You're important because you exist. You're important because you have a work that you're doing, and it
mhm.
doesn't matter, what point in life you are with your career. You have importance, and you're sitting here and you're speaking to me. So therefore, I'm going to make sure that you feel absolutely special in the way that I speak to you and interview you. I want to make sure you know that I took my time to have this conversation with you, and I want it to go well.
Yes, that is something I encountered with life in Haiti. And that's one of the problems we see within the youth today in Haiti. Many of the youth think that they have to have so much to start. And I'm like, hold on. Before Blandine got to where she is at, she did a lot of work. You can't just step in the game and think you're going to be right where Blandine is at or be right where life in Haiti is at, because I've worked hard. You've worked hard. And in everything, there is a process. Consistency now will take you further, but it's like people, the youth, have it in their mind at times. It's like they have to just get there. And
Hmm.
I try to share all the time, you have to be able to embrace the small things. You have to be willing to invest in yourself, and
Yes.
everything else will come slowly but surely. With us in the media, 1 minute you could be here, and then that with TikTok, you can drop a video tonight and you get 100,000 views in less than 10 hours. You just never know. And like you, I respect everyone, and there's not one person who I've interviewed that I don't respect them. And like you say, everyone is special, but that is genuinely something we need to work on. That's how we've been able to be easily manipulated as well within our community. I know that you had a recent video, a recent clip you did, got straight to the point, but you saw the two white men that had plotted, and their plot was to come into Lagonav, kill all of the women, I mean, all of the men and enslaved the women and children. I'm telling you, in a way, that could have been so easy for them to do, Blondine, if they got on Haiti soil. Because we value everything else but ourselves. It would
Mm,
have been so, like myself, being a Haitian with good intentions, could have pulled up there and been like, hey, I need a bottle of water. And if I was there with him, he would have gotten the water first,
right.
because people were going to instantly draw to him, his people, he's white and he's this, he's that. And look at the intent, what they were plotting against our people. I know you've done a video about it, guys. Please check out Blandine on TikTok. Follow her. Very, very intelligent young lady. She has a lot of subjects, a lot of different. You got to follow her on TikTok. What is your take on what recently took place with the young, with the black, with the two white guys?
Well, what I will say is that I think I was one of the first people to break this story on TikTok, and it started gaining traction, but immediately my video became ineligible for recommendation. And I tried to appeal it, and they said they weren't going to release it. And then now they're asking me, TikTok is literally asking me to pay them to release the video on the FYP. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. If people want to see the video, they're just going to go on my page. But then I posted a response to the message that TikTok sent me was, why aren't you letting me call crimes what they are? I don't want to use childish language to describe what's going on. So you'll see a lot of people who've seen my video, and they said, oh, she's actually using the words. Yes, these guys were planning to murder, they were planning to rape, they were planning to enslave. And they're like, well, you can't say these things on TikTok. And I'm like, but that's what they were trying to do. And I'm not going to say stupid, silly words to describe an actual plan to violate the Haitian people. So, what I think about these two guys is that colonialism and white nationalism has given people an inflated audacity to think that they can plan to erase people off this planet. I think it's sad. And I also think that it's a reflection on the liberties that the government of Haiti has allowed to the point where foreigners and outsiders can feel like they can come in and do whatever they want in Haiti. Haiti, for some reason, over the past 40 years, because of its mismanagement, so many people have come in and they've purchased the land. They're not Haitian, but they own Haitian land. They're not Haitian, but they have these giant corporations and they're getting these tax breaks. And now it's naturally in line with what foreigners are thinking. Well, everyone's thinking, well, Haiti's the place you can come and do whatever you want. Haiti's the real life Hunger Games. Haiti's the real life Squid Games, because people are committing crimes there and they're getting away with it. So I 100% somewhat agree. Well, no, let's say 75% agree with you as to what you said, that they would probably get away with it simply because the value factor would have been, oh, he's white, so they're white, so let's be nicer to them. Let's listen to what they're saying. But I think the lesson that most Haitians can pull out of this is foreigners that speak your language are not speaking your language to be nice to you. They're speaking your language so they can learn you and dominate you and, execute their vile plans. So reading in depth as to what they were planning actually shocked me. And I'm I guess, grateful to the American government for putting a stop to this, but they would have been successful if it wasn't for the American government.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Because if they got to Haiti, it would have been chaos because Haiti's government structure is very lacking. It's extremely lacking. You don't have enough because the police are already entrenched in wars with gangs, with in neighborhood armed groups, and they have a lot on their hands, right? They're understaffed, they're busy doing so many other things. When would they have had the time to police Ile de la Gonave, right?
No,
And
but
then you
Blandine does have its own police force there.
mhm,
And the police, when I say he would have came in and manipulated the people, that does not mean he would have he would have probably killed the first five people maybe, but he wasn't gonna
mhm.
get far. Blandine,
No,
our
he
people.
wasn't going to get far, but he would have executed some his plan.
I hope people don't think just because Haiti is going through what it is going through that the people are going to just lay down and take anything from anybody. As kind as they are, I can guarantee you when they get together, Blandine, my fear is that money talks in Haiti. That once they would have started this and they would have got caught, that it could have easily turned on a lot of the Haitian men and women within the community because the story would have been told that these Haitians kidnapped such and such and such and such.
Hmm.
Once they would have made it to Haiti, the story probably would not have been told the way it was told today. And I'm just thankful because it was caught. Because in my mind, Blondine, even though the police would have gotten involved or the people would have gotten involved due to the fact that he is an American citizen, and there's most of the time when something happened with an American citizen in Haiti, how often do you hear that Haitians aren't the culprit? Hmm? How do we know how many others came in with similar plans? And we've seen how many molested our kids, foreigners, right?
Hmm.
And they get to still leave off and live their best life in a way. But I just feel like it would have went, it would not have
It
ended.
would have been really an extremely complicated case, and I'll tell you why. One, it's two men, right? You have Gavin Rivers, and then you have Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
and their plan was that they were recruiting people. It wasn't just going to be just them. They were coming with a team. They were coming with weapons. So they would have gotten a little bit further than five people because, as you know, Haiti is lawless to a point where guns are flowing freely and smuggled into the country. They were coming with a team, and the U.S. government stopped them. But what happens when an American citizen is taken out or killed in foreign land? Oftentimes, America uses it as an opportunity to set an example and invade. So, being an American citizen, this is basically your only advantage that you have here. If you are touched, America will come and use that as an opportunity to either set you free or teach a lesson. So I think what would have happened is that they would have came, they would have did what they did, right? And then maybe they die. But then Haiti now has a problem of, you know, being labeled as terrorists or American killers and things like that. And this would have gotten nasty for sure. So I'm grateful that this thing has stopped right there in its tracks. But I just think that Haiti would become more invaded than it is, now.
That was my initial thought. Like, I have not spoke on it, and I'm just like praying. I'm like, thank God, because that would have been more bad limelight on us. And
Hmm.
I guarantee you, one way or another, it was going to end up being that it was us who was the aggressors, and
Hmm.
now that would have been another reason to, you know, whatever, to us,
Yeah, definitely. We would have
we
definitely been the antagonist in this story.
Mhm.
Haiti would have definitely been the antagonist in this story. It's the same thing about the Laura Silby case, in which this woman is caught trafficking Haitians out of the country, but she was caught, but America stepped in and said that she was inappropriately transporting children, because that's the way that the media works. They change the words that they're using so it doesn't look like this woman was kidnapping children. They're like, she was inappropriately transporting children elsewhere, and then because of the language that they're using, she was able to get an extremely light sentence and transported out of the country. And they did not hear the Haitian testimonies where people are saying, no, this lady stole my child. So I think the narrative would have been I'm actually interested in the way that they would have spun the words, right? To basically whitewash what was happening. But I think they would have said something in the sorts of, because one of them is in the Air Force, right?
Hmm.
I think it would have been like something like US Air Forcemen attacked by Haitian people, or Air Forcemen on a mission, right?
Hmm.
Attacked by Haitians. It would have been something for sure.
Wow. Where do you see Voices from Home in the next few years?
Oh boy. So Voices from Home, I think my 1 year plan is to get it up and running in a podcast studio, because I want to start hosting in-person interviews. Um, think of Voices from Home as a major media platform where you can come and we can hold incredibly intelligent political debates. We can we can do talk show host style, like have someone come on. We can do an Oprah style set. We can do a CNN style set. Basically, I want you guys to think of Voices from Home as the new face of Haitian media.
Wow. Um, I sure wish I could be one of them. Who knows? You never know where life take you. I'll come in and visit the studio. Are there like any one that you're looking forward to interviewing maybe in the next month or two?
Yes. So actually, let me get his name right now. Oh God. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get the name.
Uh-huh. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, if you've yet to hit the like button, please hit
All
the
right, so I'm back. I'm back. So
like.
his name is Kervins Boucher. I'm going to interview him this Tuesday. Kervins Boucher just won a boxing title in Chile. So if you look at my TikTok story post right now, Haiti is experiencing a lot of wins. So the soccer team has qualified for the FIFA World Cup. I reached out to them to see if they wanted to come on, but Kervins just won a match against his a boxing title. I think he's now a heavyweight champion or something in Chile, and he's Haitian, and and he agreed to come on the show, and he's coming on 5 p.m. Tuesday, so we are good to go.
Awesome. I did see his TikTok and thought about, I wonder if I
Yeah.
could reach out to him because he had a TikTok story that came across my feed. Well, I look
Mhm.
forward to tuning in and hearing how that go. What message do you want young Haitian creators or journalists to hear?
Ooh, what message? Be authentic and be yourself. And depending on the kind of media that you're trying to create or the ecosystem that you're trying to create around yourself, understand that it's bigger than being viral, because there is being viral, there is putting out a viral video where it does hundreds of thousands of views. And that's what it is, it's a viral video. And there is building relationships and building a connection. And that's what actually uplifts you. So you have to be extremely intentional about what your purpose is and what the end goal of your journey is. And once you realize what that is, then you have to attack it consistently until like you get to where it is that you're going. And another thing that I would say is you also have to align yourself with people who believe in your vision. So you can't want something and surround yourself with people who don't want those things for you. Do you understand what I'm saying here? You
Oh, you
can't
know
want
I
to,
do.
yeah, because those people will drag you down or they'll speak messages of discouragement
Mhm.
when you can actually be experiencing messages of being uplifted and being encouraged. So whatever your journey is, whatever it is that you're trying to do in your life, definitely start it with a positive message. So the I wake up every day and the first thing that I make sure I listen to is positive messages of me that will motivate me into being successful person. So my favorite content creator is Eddie Pinero for that specific category, in which he recalibrates me every morning. And it's just messages of, hey, even if you made a mistake today, mistakes are not something that you can go in your past and fix, but you can always choose your next step. And there's something that he says is that the past doesn't ask um, for forgiveness, but the
Mhm.
future always asks you for your next step. So step into every room like God sent you. So if you're deeply religious, then you can use that message. I'm not religious at all, but walk into every room, do everything that you're doing with the purpose that this is the moment that will make me and take me into the next steps of my future.
I belong there. And I have to remind myself to a lot, especially being in the environment that's one difficult thing about living in Haiti, Blandine. You constantly have to feed yourself positive things. You have to constantly remind yourself, I belong here. I belong there. So great affirmation. Thank you so much. Does anyone else have any question? Tim, thank you for tuning in. Sherry Hill, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much for your support of Life in Haiti. Thank you. Dolly says not all Haitian diaspora are good for Haiti. Most elites diaspora want Haiti to stay like it is so that the system remain in their favor. Wow.
Yeah.
Please, do you think that's the truth?
Yeah, definitely. There are people like, listen, once you start understanding incentives, then you will start understanding human nature. And you will understand that people do things that benefit them selfishly. Now, it does come to a point where we must check the people who consistently do things for their benefit, but that thing is at the detriment and the destruction of other people. So, yes, there are people who are doing things solely for their benefit and for the destruction of Haiti. And it does take us, the us with a conscious mind, to say, you know what, let's try to offset this and do something better. So I 100% agree with what the your viewer just said here.
Mhm. The Franco said they were in the process of recruiting homeless men. Those guys were smoking some strange stuff.
Yes, yes.
Ah.
Yeah, but it's definitely it was certainly, the indictment was a lot. I don't they were doing a lot. So
How
I
did
actually
they
read
catch
the
them?
indictment.
How did
Huh?
they end up catching them?
Um I'm not sure. I think it was someone routed them out and said their plans. I wanted to do a video on it and I tried, and TikTok is restricting me because they don't want me to talk about these things for some reason. Anytime that I start really bringing attention to these strange topics, they're like, "No, don't do it," or "No, we can't let you." But it was because of a whistleblower.
Hmm. For someone who's watching who may not know what a whistleblower is it something like a spy?
No, just someone who,
Inform?
you ever see something, say something,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of people. Just probably someone that they were communicating was like, I don't think this is the right thing to do. Let's say a good Samaritan.
Hmm. The Haitian diaspora is defending Haiti. There are Haitians that are working to make changes. Very true. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to chat on this platform. Please subscribe, and you guys are welcome here anytime.
Yeah.
Ace Favor, how are you? The real danger is what whites with more resources are planning, or maybe
Mhm.
more encouraged to do something on a larger scale. Had they, ain't nobody defending Haitians. I don't understand. That's what happened when there is no government to defend the people. Everyone does whatever they want. I think Haiti and Haitians would be better off if the all left Haiti, give the land to do. Ain't nobody there. Well, I'm hoping you're saying that in reference to the government, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Jean Monon Pap Jumono Pap Jamblio. Thank you so much for becoming a no, this is one of my peoples who changed their name. I'm not sure who this is, but thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Any last words to the world, Blandine? Thank you for your patience,
Oh
and
no.
thank you for for being a guest here on the show. And I'm sure many that are watching and will watch will enjoy the conversation. Any last word? Tell the people how to get in touch with you after
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, so what I will say is, if you are interested in coming on the Voices from Home platform as a guest or as someone who just wants to watch, I want you to know that The Voices from Home live format is a fully democratic process. You are more than welcome to come and discuss whatever organizations that you're part of. But I also open up the panel to have people ask you questions themselves out of their mouths so you can get the idea of having or be comfortable with the idea that speaking with your audience is something that you should be comfortable with. And this is something that I truly enjoy on my platform where we can just really just open up the stage and just speak to people in real time. And I want you to also know that the Voices from Home TikTok page does its best to teach you about the political Cold War that is happening in Haiti. And it's there to somewhat help you understand that the image that Haitians are getting is not all on their own. There are internal forces and behind the scene forces that are at work that are, basically making sure that Haiti has a terrible image. But nonetheless, I'm happy to have you guys as subscribers. I'm happy to have you guys be part of the community. I don't consider anyone who follows me to be a follower, but a member of the community because Voices from Home continues to aim to be a platform where we are having extremely productive and conversations that are moving Haiti in a different direction. So if you do come, it's not another platform where we're stuck in the same loop of conversations. I have really interesting guests that always come on and they talk about themselves, they talk about their projects, and in real time we have other people who are intrigued in, in their projects who are asking questions, who are also subscribing to them in real time and basically also building their platforms. So I want to say it's equally yoked. So my community is equally yoked. And on my platform, people are more willing to basically listen to you and give your project a chance. And you might meet someone who is going to take whatever it is that you're working on to the next level. So everyone who is watching is more than welcome. Happy to have you, and you're more than welcome to send me a message through the inbox there at TikTok. And then if our schedules align, then I'm happy to schedule a conversation in front of my audience.
Mhm. Thank you. Dolly says, sorry, how to donate? Would you like to donate to the center? Guys, if you look at the description, it will show you you could donate via Zelle, PayPal, or GoFundMe. And the link is in the description. Well, I thank you so much, Blandine. I know you have a very busy schedule, and thank you for taking the time to come on Life in Haiti and sharing your story. I look forward to us doing this again, and hopefully, no internet issues or interruptions that next time.
All right, no problem. Thanks so much for inviting me, and I hope you all have a good night.
You do too, Blandine.
All right, bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The objective is to bring different conversations, different people, but to talk about Haiti, guys. Please check out Blandine. You will enjoy her content and her. You may not agree with everything, but as she mentioned, even if she is in the wrong, she's open and always willing to listen to you. And if you would like to correct her on something, just as myself, guys, we're all learning a lot about Haiti ourselves, but we're not just sitting down in the background, but we're doing what we know how to do, and that's putting our first foot forward and just working to get the work done. Don't forget, guys, to please support the center. Um, If you would like to support the center, you may do so in the description. You can donate via Zelle, via PayPal, via GoFundMe. We do have Christmas coming up, and we are looking forward to doing something for the kids. Um, as we do every year, guys. So please don't forget to share the center, share the program, and we will continue to do great work. Just as Blandine shared, focus on those who are with you. And I know that you guys who are supposed to be here will be here. And I pray that God blesses you and your family to be able to donate and contribute to others. Have a blessed night, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. And as I share with you guys almost every time that I am live, be the change that you want to see in the world. You guys have a blessed one and good night.